Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Pink Diamond Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who is arguably the greatest player of all time. This card looks awesome on paper. I mean, he looks elite all the way around, super versatile, super good. I think he's going to be exceptional. With that being said, he does have one pretty clear flaw, and it is his jump shot, which we will talk about later as we progress through the video. My question is, how good is he despite that jump shot? Where does he rank at the shooting guard position? How good of a card truly is he? Because I truly do believe you're probably looking at like one of the better options at the shooting guard position in the game, despite that bad release, because how good he is in every other area. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 18,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of daily My Team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So we got MJ, and he's 6'6", shooting guard, 99 offense, 99 defense with a 98 driving layup, 98 mid-range, 94 3-ball, 95 free throw, 98 driving dunk, 92 ball handle, 88 block, 94 interior, 98 steal, 97 perimeter, 97 speed through the ball, 90 excel, 98 lateral quickness. He has maybe the best stats all the way around of any card in the game, not to mention 17 Hall of Fame badges and 50 gold badges. Literally, if you pull this card up on 2KDB, looking at his Hoff badges real quickly, I'm just going to read through his Hoffs, and then I'll talk about the rest of them. He's got Hoff, Fast Twitch, Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, Acrobat, Blinders, Deadeye, Midi Magician, Anchor, Clamps, Glove, Bunny, Precision Dunker, Blow By, Speed Booster, Red Stick Ripper, Bulldozer, and 94 feet. So, very solid Hall of Fame badges. But when you look at his gold badges, literally, if you look at this card, the badges that he is missing that I think are kind of semi-important badges that he doesn't have, Brick Wall, which you can add, a Movable Enforcer, which you can't add, but it says you can add it, but that's not a badge that you can get, so you can't add that. Corner Specialist and Rise Up you can add. Really, the only badge you're not going to be able to add is a Movable Enforcer that he's not going to get, and he is insanely complete and insanely good. All right, finally got it figured out. Let's hop into freestyle. Let's figure this out. So, MJ, the thing about MJ is his movement is elite. Kemba escape is one of the very best escapes in the game, not to mention the James Harden behind the back also being really good. So, movement-wise, MJ is really good, and that's one of the things that I think really elevates this card is his ability to dribble at an incredibly high level and be one of the best shot creators in the game. So, his shot creation is absolutely elite, and obviously he's super complete as a shooter as well. He's got great shooting badges. I mean, he is a super good, super versatile card at the position for sure. I want to make sure this is all right because I have none of this stuff looking right now. We got to make sure all this is right. There we go. This should hopefully work more properly now for our shot timing stuff. And like the release is smooth. It's not hard to green. It's just not fast. It's a little baited. It's going to be easier to contest than most shooting guards in the game. But at the same time, this card is basically, I think in a lot of ways, this dude's settings are just not how I would have the settings at all. Because I can't figure out how to get my dribble moves proper either. I think it's on shots only or something. I don't even know where this stuff is. Dribble moves. Okay, there we go. I want to put this on default. There we go. Okay. All of his settings feel very weird, so we haven't figured that out. But still, MJ is looking like an absolute dog, man. I mean, his release is not incredible, yes, but everything else is just nasty. He's an incredible slasher. He moves so well. He does so many things on the court so effectively that I find it very hard to believe he's not one of the best cards in the game, despite the lack of release. I mean, even his fade is not bad. Like, it creates a pretty good amount of separation. It's not hard to green. He's just so complete. Like, I find it hard to see a world in which MJ isn't probably the second best shooting guard in the game after Kobe still, just because of how complete he is badge-wise and everything. And his ability to attack the rim is so elite as well. He's got the MJ dribble style, the Kemba escape, that Harden behind the back, all that type of stuff. There's so much good about this MJ that I just think he's going to be absolutely incredible. So with that being said, let's hop into a game. See what Michael Jeffrey Jordan can do. All right, going up against a team with Luka, Clay, Blake Griffin, Chet Holmgren, and Andre Kirilenko at the 5. This is a surprising... I'm just noticing something about this team. It is very white. Just an observation. Very white. I know Blake Griffin isn't fully white, but I don't think anyway. But like still, it's definitely a very white team. Surprisingly so. Regardless, good finish by Luka first possession. Surprised he hit that honestly on Wemby. But Wemby, as big as he is, can be a little soft at times, and something I got to keep in mind in this game. So we're gonna go pick and pop. We're running a lot of pick and pop this game because MJ's ability to attack the rim is his best feature by far. So it's the thing we're gonna be taking advantage of when we get downhill immediately to the rim and get ourselves a stick dunk. First possession of the game. His shot creation is mainly to get him going towards towards the rim before anything else. Then you can come off of it with other stuff, obviously. Akimba escape here, attack downhill again, and now we just do not have the right spacing at all. Up top to MJ. MJ's going to jab here, and we're going to spin off the jab. Attack, kick it to the... Ooh, I should have just shot that with Paulo. It's okay. Blow by. Back up top to MJ. One more. Bro, the rotation that you can have in this game sometimes is just absurd. Good standing, though. MJ does backdoor and get that dunk up. The ball in real life moves way faster than the players do. In 2K, the ball does not move faster than the players. Players can rotate and be in rotation so much easier, I feel like, than they can in real life. It's not, I don't know. There's just things that I don't understand about this game sometimes. But escape, oh my gosh, holy crap. Oh, Lord. I shouldn't have shot that. That was a bad pass. Lucas' release isn't great. I shouldn't have shot it. It was a bad decision. But the movement is looking really nice on this card so far. I am liking what I'm seeing so far, big time. Without him having to do a lot of fancy stuff or super impressive stuff, I've been very impressed so far by the movement. And the speed is just there. I mean, he's just so fast. He moves so well. He's such an impactful slasher, and defensively, he's so impactful as well that it makes everything else. I mean, I'm not saying he's the best card in the game because I don't think he is, but at the same time, if he had an elite release, we would have a discussion to have for sure. If he had a really good release, we would have a discussion with him and Kobe. I mean, you would definitely be able to, I think, at least make the argument. How is that a shooting foul? I have no idea, but whatever. It's okay. I think you'd be able to, at the very minimum, have the discussion on who's better between him and Kobe, if not even just flat out say that MJ's better. I mean, his movement is incredible. His stats and badges are phenomenal. He is so complete and so good. Even as a base card, it's just literally the only thing that I really don't like, honestly. So, oh, that's a bad pass. AK playing that is so crazy to me, but I guess it's a bad pass. My bad. Terrible lob. He just throws it out of bounds. That was not going to work. Don't even know what he expected there, honestly. But 6-3 lead. The one thing I don't like is the lack of shooting at the end of the day. That's the only thing that I'm really not a fan of, because when he's wide open, I mean, when he's wide open, it'll be absolutely cash. No doubt about it. It's just, he's not going to be a 3 hunter. He will be pretty easy to contest. He's not going to be creating ridiculous amounts of shots. At the same time, I mean, the defense is just elite. The size isn't incredible, but the movement certainly is, and the slashing certainly is. So there's a ton to like about this card, whether or not you love his release. And I think he's very, very elite, honestly, even whether or not you love the release. I just don't think he's better than Kobe. So to me, that makes it hard to say that he's worth the lock-in. Like we see even right there, he gets contested on that shot. That's just not a shot that I think the shooting guards, Kobe, Ron Artest, guys like that, that's an open. Or that's probably a wide open with those guys. With MJ, it's an open and it's almost a lightly contested. It's a miss. It makes it a tougher shot. You know what I mean? And that is a difference maker on these cards. Same thing here. He's just going to get contested easier than most guys are on that type of shot. 3 hunting with him is not going to be incredibly viable, is kind of the main point that I'm saying here. Unless your opponent just way overplays the slip. But against a good defensive player, they're not going to give up a lot of threes to MJ. And I think that's okay. He's still a great card despite that. I just don't think... He's just so expensive that it's kind of hard to justify spending that much money on a card. Or that much MT, I guess. He's, what, 600K? It's a lot of MT to spend if you already have Kobe, especially. If you don't have Kobe... well, it's a little more intriguing to me at that point. I still think Kobe's probably more worth it if you're going to lock somebody in, but that's just me. I just think the release is one of the most important things in this game, and MJ is an amazing card. I mean, he is dominating right now, but his release is not that good, and that is one of the most important features in this entire game, especially as a primary ball-handling guard, which is kind of what MJ is. I don't know if I'd recommend. I don't think I would recommend locking him in. I think I would lock in T-Mac. Scotty over MJ. But I do think MJ is probably better than I think he's better than T-Mac. I think he's better than Jaylen Brown. I think he's better than pretty much maybe every shooting guard in the game except for Kobe right now. Desmond Bane has a better release, but MJ is much better in terms of defense and slashing. And even movement. So I would say, as a whole, it just to me at least, I feel like MJ is such a impactful card that he does kind of have a role in a lot of lineups despite the lack of elite shooting. But, I mean, the release is green. You're going to green it when you're open, no doubt. You get dudes stuck, you get open threes, whatever the case may be. You will get good shots, and you will be able to green them. There's no doubt about that with MJ. But at the same time, the release is something that's just going to hold him back. And we knew it the whole time. We knew that coming into the video. He's insanely athletic. He's super fun to use. I mean, he is very arguably the second best shooting guard in the game in terms of how complete and how good he is all the way around. I just would be gassing it if I said that he's better than Kobe. So I'm not going to gas it and say that. And I'm also not going to recommend that y'all actually pick this card up and add him to your lineup. But at the same time, if you're a huge MJ fan, which I know a ton of people are, I would not blame you in the slightest for getting this card because he is really, really good. For the people who say this MJ isn't good simply because his release is bad, they are, first of all, they're just wrong. But They don't know what they're talking about, and that's okay. Like, he is amazing, even with the questionable release. There's no doubt about that. I just think with a good release, he'd be, like, maybe the best card in the game, legitimately. Like, I don't think that's gassing it in the slightest to say that, to be completely honest. I'm going to try to just attack one more time, run around, and get to the rim. Go, MJ. Oh, my... Did you see how big that green window was? That was nuts. This card is souped, bro. He is so tough in every area except for the shooting. Literally, everything else, he's amazing. I am so impressed by this MJ card as an overall card in my team. And I think he played really well in this gameplay. So, yeah, I think we can pretty much call it there. Great defense on Chet Holmgren. Yeah, I guess you're doing something on MJ. I guess you're doing something on MJ. You freaking thought. Look at the defense to cap it off with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 4, 3, 2, 1, MJ. It doesn't count, but that's okay. He got another dunk in transition. He's so fast. 18 points on 7 of 9 and 2 of 4 from 3. He is amazing. Don't think he's the best shooting guard in the game, but I think he's probably the second best. The shot creation, the defense is insane. If he had a better release, he'd be the best card in the game. I truly believe that. This card is incredible. That is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.